Hey guys, what is going on? My name is Tom Spark, the VPN King. Today we're going to be talking about the VPN tier list, more specifically, what is the best VPN for torrenting in 2023. And in fact, I've made a criteria specifically for this video to include what I think is demanded for the best VPN for torrenting, what you guys actually care about. Now, what exactly are those things? Well, number one, good kill switches. Now, actually, a lot of VPNs can do this. A lot of VPNs do have pretty good kill switches. We're looking for an application and network kill switch preferably. So the application kill switch will shut down the application you're torrenting with. A network kill switch will kill your network if something happens with a VPN. So both of those things will ensure that you can make sure you're never leaking your IP. Additionally, you can even use your torrent client and bind it to your network VPN adapter, so that will ensure nothing gets leaked as well. But you're not going to be wanting to pay for a VPN if it doesn't include kill switches. So that's something we're going to look out for right away. Secondly, we're looking either for a no-log audit from a verified auditor to make sure the VPN is not collecting logs on you, or even better, a court-proven case of no logs. What does this mean? Well, has your VPN that you're thinking about gone to court and proven it will not give away customer information when requested from either Hollywood agencies or spy agencies or anything like that? That's the best case for a VPN to show that it is trustworthy. And not many VPNs have done that. Only maybe like 3 out of like 70. Thirdly, you're going to be wanting amazingly fast speeds for torrenting and downloading torrents, preferably, at least mandatorily for this video, WireGuard support. WireGuard is the best protocol. It's extremely fast and good for torrenting. And you're going to want at least 50 plus countries supported. The more countries supported, the chances are of you getting good speeds are better. So you want a VPN with a good server network. So that's just kind of a common sense. Another thing you're going to want is port forwarding. Now, I don't really bother with port forwarding too often because I have such good speeds anyways, and I'm not like trying to min-max every aspect of it. But if you're someone who's trying to min-max your torrent download speeds, you're going to want a VPN that does support port forwarding. With port forwarding, you could kind of up and increase your speeds, especially for seeding and stuff like that. So it's something you're going to want to get, especially if you're paying for a VPN service. So there you go. Lastly, you're going to want SOCKS 5 proxy support. This is something a lot of VPNs don't really bother including anymore, but I think it is something really nice. Basically, a SOCKS 5 proxy is kind of like an addition to VPN. You could kind of plug it in an address into your BitTorrent client and torrent and scramble your IP address without even bothering to connect to the VPN client itself. Some VPNs offer this, and it's a very useful feature, and it's a good way to increase your speeds, and you can even use it with specific setups. I've made videos on how to make an automated torrent streaming server, and you could plug in a SOCKS 5 proxy IP there. Very useful, so that's something we're going to be looking for as well. Guys, before we get into the best VPN with all these qualifications, I do want to mention some VPNs that do not include the things that I mentioned before, in case you're thinking about those. Number one would be Mulvad. Overall, a very good VPN, very transparent and stuff like that, but it does not meet the qualifications for the best VPN for torrenting because it does not include 50 plus country support. The server network is decent, but not as big as we're looking for. Secondary, Proton VPN, another good VPN, but it does not include SOCKS 5 proxy support, which means you're going to be missing out on that feature. Thirdly, NordVPN does not include port forwarding, which is something we're looking for as outlined before. Next up, ExpressVPN is not going to be mentioned here because it does not support WireGuard, which I do believe is the best VPN protocol. They have their own protocol called Lightway, but I don't think it's quite as good as WireGuard. OVPN, another VPN, which is pretty good considering it is one of the VPNs of court-proven no logs. It does not support 50 plus countries either, and it does not have a big enough server network for our requirements. Hide.me is another very good VPN provider, and it actually does meet most of these requirements. However, I'm not going to be mentioning it here because I don't know if it qualifies enough for those speed requirements. I can't get the best speeds with Hide.me, however, some other users don't have issues with it. So if you do not like the VPN mentioned in this video, I would check out Hide.me in the description down below as a secondary option. Lastly, Surfshark VPN is not going to be included because it does not include SOCKS 5 proxy or port forwarding either. Alright guys, so what is the VPN that meets all of these requirements? Well, it's going to be the number one VPN on the tier list, And that probably doesn't surprise you, because if it's the #1 VPN, it probably should do most things well. So what exact VPN is that? Well, let's go ahead and discuss it right now. That's going to be none other than Torguard VPN. Now, why does Torguard VPN do so well here as the best VPN for torrenting? Well, Torguard, Torrent Guard maybe, is one hint. Some people like to make up news it's for the Tor network or something like that, but it's clearly Torrent Guard. But anyways, outside of that, we have the court-proven no-log VPN thing. A lot of people like to make up stuff about Torguard, saying it doesn't work with torrenting, but that's not true at all. What happened was that Torguard got into some legal trouble, I think with Hollywood or something like that. They were coming after them and wanted logs of users for downloading torrents. Torguard said, no way. And instead, to settle that legal trouble for their company, they decided to block US torrent traffic. However, Torguard is smart, and just like the people using it, like myself, you could just use Canadian or Mexico servers and get great speeds regardless, especially with SOCKS proxies and different things like that. And I haven't really noticed any speed decrease at all since this happened. The good news is it does prove that Torguard is not going to give away data on its users and will go to any resort necessary to prevent that from happening. So that's very good and shows they're a trustworthy VPN provider. And I could show you that in the application here itself. You could see here we have an application kill switch and network kill switches. Additionally, Torguard also does support WireGuard, as you could see here. Not only that, but they also have a variety of different OpenConnect, OpenVPN protocols and different things you could customize if you're having trouble accessing VPN technology, including stuff like different ports that will let you bypass VPN restrictions. So they have great speeds with WireGuard. They have 50+ countries supported, those kill switches, great speeds, and they also support port forwarding, which you could configure in your website panel. So they pretty much nail everything, right? Not only that though, they also have amazing SOCKS proxy offerings you could buy outside of VPN as well. But the core VPN does include normal SOCKS proxy. You could see that with the plan here. If you enter code TomSpark2023, you're going to get a 50% off bonus, which makes it not only one of the best VPNs for torrenting, but also the one of the most affordable. The good news is you could use this on any plan, getting around 30 years of Torguard for $70, which is mind-blowing. Cheapest VPN as well. So that's really impressive. Not only that, but after 3 years, it will auto-recur at $70 again, which is different than pretty much every other VPN that will try to trick you and increase the price after that term. So you don't have to worry about that at all with Torguard. Very transparent. You get 8 simultaneous devices as well, with a VPN Pro giving you an additional 4 devices if you want, with a dedicated IP, which can be useful. But I also wanted to mention the anonymous proxy plan. This is kind of separate from the VPN plan, and I will have a promo code that works on that soon. They don't really have one set up yet, but by the time you watch this, it might be in the description down below. This is a brand new plan they've offered. It's a proxy plan, and you could get this for, it'll probably be 50% off as well. So around $7 a month, $30, or around a little cheaper than $30 a year. And biannually, you can get it cheap too. So keep in mind, just the promo code will be in the description. But this one includes V2Ray Mess, VLS, all sorts of different kind of proxies you could play around with. In the premium proxy network, you'll find that in the website configuration panel. And I've been playing around with this, and primarily its use case is for people in restricted countries that can't access the internet. So this is very good for torrenting as well though. And you can access the internet unblocked too. So it's a very interesting plan. Additionally, they also have your own kind of setup VPN private cloud. You could play around with that as well for power users. It has router support. They have a router website, privaterouter.com too, which you could set up your own VPN router and even torrent directly from that with self-hosted configurations and stuff like that, if that's something you're interested as well. So yeah, they got their bases covered. Anyways, guys, I hope that makes sense. I hope that wasn't too advertisement sounding. I wanted to be objective and let you guys know my reasoning for picking the VPN. I outlined a specific protocol of things you guys need: port forwarding, SOCKS proxy, good speeds, no log or court proven no log, good kill switches. All these things are very important for a VPN that is good for torrenting. And Torguard simply nails all the boxes where pretty much no other VPN can, like I mentioned before. Anyways, guys, thanks for checking out this video and for your support, and I'll see you again very soon.